Hello everyone, welcome to another live session wherein I, Remya Rajkumar, will be giving you insights about the PTE academic listening module today. Let's just give it a few minutes for others to join and then we'll start the session. I think others have joined, so let's start the session. So today we'll be discussing about the listening module. Listening module has the most number of tasks in the PTE academic test compared to other modules. We have around 8 tasks in this. Listening is total time of 35 to 40 minutes. Only the first task, that is summarize spoken text, is timed of 10 minutes. Now we have different tasks here, starting from summarize spoken text. Then we have MCQ single option, MCQ multiple option, fill in the blanks, select missing word, highlight correct summary, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. Out of all this, write from dictation is a task which will give you the maximum scores, not just for your listening module, but for your entire test. The listening test has negative marking also. 2 tasks in this, that is MCQ multiple choice and highlight incorrect words has negative marking. The rest doesn't have it. So let's get into the task one by one, beginning with summarize spoken text. What happens in summarize spoken text is you'll be given an audio and you have to listen to it and you have to write a summary. Number of words is 50 to 70 words. Ideal word count you can say is 60 to 65. Unlike in writing, you don't have to limit yourself to one sentence. You can write 2 to 3 sentences here. Just remember that it shouldn't cross 70 words. And the scorecard or the score that you get is 12 to 13 marks. This is an integrated task. You'll get score for both listening and writing. You can follow template here that you can see in the screen. We have 2 templates that you can use. Again, I repeat, do not use any template. Only if you feel that you cannot do it by yourself, then rely on template. But if you are, then please follow only one template. Do not mix and write. So we have the first template here, that is the talk was about. You can fill in the heading. Firstly, the speaker talked about. You can write the main point of the talk. Later, the speaker said. You can add a supporting point. Furthermore, the speaker provided imperative information on another point that you can come up with. In the end, the speaker left an important note on. Again, you can repeat the heading. So basically, in this template or in any template that you are following, you just need to write down 3 key points and then put it in a template form or in a structure. You can follow this structure and just organize your sentences. Another template that we have here is the talk was about. Again, you can write the heading. Firstly, it was clear that one main point. Later, we learned that another supporting point. Furthermore, it represented the fact that, again, a supporting point. In the end, the lecture highlighted that. You can write the heading once again. Now, in summarized spoken text, the few things that you need to take care of is make sure that you're taking notes very properly, because when you're listening, it is natural that you will write all of the information. Whatever you're hearing, the chances are quite high that you'll write all of it. It is fine, but after that, just organize it properly. Just relate to the gist of the talk, what the speaker is trying to say, and then write it as a summary. Whatever is most relatable or whatever is apt to that context, just write down those points. Do not write unnecessary information. So you have to take notes very effectively. Take care of the spelling, because spelling mistakes will make you lose marks. The grammar should be correct. Sentence formation should be correct. Form or the number of words, that should be correct. Otherwise, you will lose score in this. This is a timed task of 10 minutes. So utilize it properly. use the time to listen to it. The audio will only be played once. So write the notes correctly and then organize it in a proper manner. Here, this is not an audio, just a transcript. This is showing about like what is happening or what happens when you go to a party of people of your own age, something related to that. So, what are the key points that you can come up from this transcript? One is when you get to a party, do you head for people your own age? So, it's talking about the age, that is, are you more drawn towards people of your own age or not when you're going to a party? That we can write as the heading. After that, you can come here and see all these behaviors are ageist. That you can write. Then we can say old people are pathetic, maybe, or 12% of speaking or name characters were age 60 and up. Something like that you can write. Then in the end, again, you can just write the main heading again. Just like the other task, here also, more than logic, what they look for is a form of the pattern, a form of your writing. Okay, so just be aware of it. Now we'll see how you can write notes effectively. This is how we can come up with the main key points. The topic again is ageism. Then we can say discrimination or rejection based on age. After that, we all do it. Need to be aware of the bias. Nobody is born ageist or racist. Media bombards us with negatives of aging. So these are some key points that you can come up from the transcript or from the audio. Now, when we organize it into a text as a summary, how can we write it? The speaker was discussing about ageism. She mentioned rejecting a haircut or relationship because it is age inappropriate. She mentioned that only 12% of speaking characters in movies are over the age of 60. The speaker equipped that a young person can have what's called a senior moment, yet it's not referred to as junior moment. She suggested that no one is born ageist and awareness about the bias is the key. So this comes up to 69 words. Another thing, always remember that if the speaker is a male, you have to use he, otherwise she if it's a female. Do not mix it up because mistakes do happen like that. So take care of that as well. Okay, you can cut it short, that's also fine when it comes to 60 words, or else the maximum is 70 words. Do not cross that. And once you type it, check for spelling. Spelling mistakes will make you lose more marks, so take care of that as well. So that is about summarize spoken text. Moving forward, the next task what we have is multiple choice. Multiple choice, there are two types that we have. One is multiple choice single answer. You will be given an audio and you will have 3 or 4 options. You have to select one option. Then we have multiple choice, multiple options. You'll be given an audio. Again, you'll have 4 or 5 options. You have to select more than one answer. Here, one thing to remember is MCQ multiple choice has negative marking. So do not select the third option if you are not sure. Otherwise, just select 2 options. This is not an important task. Only listening module will be assessed for this and you will get like 2 to 3 marks. So don't waste a lot of time in this. What you can do is before the audio plays, just take a look at the options. And once the audio is completed, select whatever you find it apt or correct. That's about MCQ. Now, the next task that we have is fill in the blanks. In fill in the blanks, you will get 10 to 15 marks. And this is also an integrated task. You'll be getting scores for both listening and writing. This is an important task. One thing that you can do is either you can write down the answers and then type it, or you can move the cursor as the audio plays and type it. Make sure that you don't commit any spelling mistakes because spelling mistakes can happen here. There are high chances of it. So ensure that that doesn't happen. An audio will be played, you'll be having a transcript, there will be blanks in between, and you have to fill in the gaps. That's what fill in the blanks is all about. So, one thing is make sure that spelling mistakes shouldn't happen. That is one important thing in fill in the blanks. And if you find it easy, you can note it down and then type it, or you can type it and go. That's totally based on what you find it easy to do. The next task, what we have is highlight correct summary. As the name suggests, you will be given 4 or 5 options. Audio will be played, and you have to select the correct summary for that audio. Just answer it in the same way you would answer an MCQ. For this, listening and reading modules will be assessed. This is again not so important task. You will be getting like 2 to 3 marks and 1 to 2 questions. That's it. Do not waste too much of time in this, because this is not so important task for your total score as well. Yeah. The next one, what we have is select missing word. You'll be getting an audio. There will be a beep sound in the end. Again, you'll be having 2 to 3 options. You have to select the correct ending of the sentence. So again, when before the audio plays, just go through the options and you can just combine and see like which one suits the sentence, and accordingly you can make the decision. For this, only listening module will be assessed and you will get 2 to 3 marks. So again, this is also not so important task, and do not spend a lot of time on this. Okay. Next one is highlight incorrect words. Here you'll be given a transcript and the audio will be played. Some words will be different. That would be incorrect. You have to highlight those words. We have negative marking here, so don't make random guesses. If you're not sure, do not highlight it. You'll get 8 to 10 marks, and listening and reading will be assessed. So this is also an integrated task. Move along, like when the audio is playing, move the cursor along and then highlight the words that is incorrect. This is an easy task, but because of the negative marking, chances of losing mark is high also. So just be careful. Do not be in a rush to finish this. Now, the last task that we have for the listening module is write from dictation. This can be said as the most important task in the whole PTE test. You'll get 35 to 40 marks. Listening and writing module will be assessed. You'll be hearing a sentence and you have to type it. So for this also, either you can write it down and then type it, or you can type it directly. Whatever is easy for you. Just take care of your spellings here also, and punctuation marks and grammar. If you're not able to repeat the whole thing, whatever you are able to write or repeat, just write that. Do not go beyond, guessing any sentences or words and then filling it in. Don't do that. There is no extra score for that. So whatever you're able to write or repeat, just write that. Okay. Just take care again of spelling mistakes and grammar. The reason why I'm highlighting spelling mistakes is that would actually lose a lot of marks, be a reason why you lose a lot of marks. So make sure that you don't do any spelling mistakes in the listening module, especially while you're typing. Okay. So with this, that is the task types that we have for listening. We have 8 task types. Some general tips that would help you to improve your listening scores is that try to be familiar with different accents, because we cannot say what accent you will get. It can be British, it can be American, it can be Irish, French, Australian, we cannot say. So be familiar with different accents and try to watch small videos and write. That would help you to score in your write from dictation. I'm not saying that you have to listen to 10 minutes or 15 minutes video and then write it down. No. Small videos and try to write it. That would also help. And when you're writing, take care of spellings, grammar, and how you're organizing it. Keep an eye on the timer, because this is total time. We have around 35 to 40 minutes. Summarize spoken text is the only task that is timed of 10 minutes. Rest is total time. Make time or give time to tasks that has more importance than the ones that doesn't. That means focus more on highlight incorrect words and write from dictation, then summarize spoken text. Then you can do highlight correct summary or MCQ, select missing word, all that. Yeah. So these are some things that you can do, and also do try active listening. Just take into account what the speaker is trying to say. So it will be easier for you to understand the context. So with this, we have come to the end of this live session. If you have any suggestions or queries, please feel free to comment. Thank you.